Morning. 6 o'clock in the morning, and today I thought I'd give you a taste of a day in the life on keto. So, starting with a cup of coffee. I can feel my leg workout from yesterday. Okay, so yeah, I thought we'd have a little look at what I eat in a day on keto. Now, I'm not saying this is what you should eat in a day on keto. I'm just showing you what I have for those who are interested. It might also be useful for people who are perhaps on a keto diet or low carb diet and are stalled. So yeah, so say it's about 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm starting with a black coffee. I last ate about 3 o'clock yesterday. So in the morning, I don't eat breakfast first thing. So say I haven't eaten since 3 o'clock yesterday, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 8 plus 6, it's 14 hours so far between since I last ate. But first thing in the morning, due to your natural circadian rhythm, I don't know, you don't feel hungry in the morning because you've got all these hormones. The body kicks out all sorts of hormones first thing in the morning to get you ready for the day, to get you started. And so that pushes your blood sugar up. And so you don't feel hungry first thing in the morning. So why eat? I just have a black coffee and that's me. And then I break my breakfast, when I'm ready, when I do start to get a rumble in my tummy, which is normally about 11 o'clock, something like that. We'll get to that. So as you can see, there's a large portion of the day where I'm not eating anything. The point of that is that to burn fat, you need your insulin level to be low. And so when you eat, it goes up and then it comes down again afterwards slowly. And so by having a long period where you're not eating, it allows the insulin level to get right down low, gets you into fat burning mode, and then you're burning fat as fuel. Yeah, so that's breakfast. I'm going to have this, and then I'm going to head out for my run. That's the plan. So come back later. Right, I'm off out for my run now. Not too far today. I'm still recovering from COVID, so it'll be 4 miles, maybe 5 miles today. Yeah, important point about the diet. People might be going, oh, well, you're losing the weight because you're doing lots of exercise. And no, frankly, the biggest calorie drain you have is by being alive. You're going to burn a couple of thousand calories a day by being alive. And in fact, well, this is all my experience. In my experience, the trouble with exercise is if you're exercising at a higher intensity, all you're doing is burning through glycogen, and then you get back and you'll be hungry, so you're just going to eat it back. If you want to support your weight loss to lose the weight more quickly, you want to go for low intensity exercise, walking, jogging. and you will lose, you know, you'll be able to lose weight more quickly. However, I would say the danger with exercise and weight loss is that you go, I've just done this exercise, it's 700 calories, therefore I can eat an extra 700 calories. That doesn't work in my experience. It overestimates how many calories you're burning. You just need to do the exercise, but don't eat any extra. Okay. Just 5 minutes later, and I'm out in the countryside. Beautiful morning, just listen to the birds. Peaceful, lovely. This is what I run for. It's to get out into the countryside and just relax. It's food for the soul. Yeah, so if you enjoy this video, by the way, please do give it a like, because that helps more people find it and helps the channel a lot. If you're new, please consider clicking the subscribe button, because there are the new videos regularly. And yeah, if you'd like to support Run Adventurer, you could do me a solid and go and take a look at Patreon. From just £2 a month, you get early access to the content, plus you've got additional content on one-to-one with me. So you if you're interested in keto, you might find that really useful. Okay, back from my run. Quick pint of water. And then I'm going to do just a 10-minute Apple Fitness workout. Now, it doesn't need to be Apple Fitness, but it is worth, surely you can make 10 minutes out of your day to do a little bit of exercise. Now, I'm not talking here about ending up like some sort of muscle-bound person out of a film. I'm just talking about, particularly for older people, maintaining core stability and strength and just maintaining the muscles. And obviously, if you've got an active job where you're out doing stuff, it's fine. But a lot of us, like me for instance, I'm a web designer, so I'm sat at a desk all day. And so if I didn't do anything, you know, your arms weaken, your shoulders weaken and slump forward, your upper back weakens, your lower back weakens, and it's use it or lose it. Over time, you'll end up with some sort of problem, you know, shoulders, back, hip, knee, whatever. It's worth just spending 10 minutes a few times a week to just help maintain that muscle mass. And then I've got to get cracking. I've got a 9 o'clock appointment, so quick shower and changing out. As often happens when I'm working, I've completely forgotten about the time, and so it's now 1:15, so it's definitely time for something to eat. I think I'm going to leave this video to encode while I go and have something. You've had your breakfast, haven't you? It's time for my breakfast now. Right then, something to eat. Yeah, standard breakfast. if you can call it breakfast because it's lunchtime, is eggs. Eggs are perfect for keto because they've got a perfect balance of protein and fat. Well, I like to add. It's nice to add a bit extra fat with your eggs actually. So one of the important things I think to remember about keto, and in the way I'm doing it with intermittent fasting included, is when you do break your fast, you don't have a massive meal. Because if you eat, the point of keto is it brings your insulin levels down. For people like me who basically are hungry all the time because their insulin level's too high and can't access their fats and they just feel exhausted all the time, it allows you to bring your insulin levels down to manageable levels and sort out other related things that high insulin causes, like high blood pressure, heart disease, fatty liver, a whole host of awful things that it does. So, but yeah, when you do eat, don't go and have a massive meal. Eat in just enough so that you're not hungry anymore. So I'm going to start with eggs, scrambled eggs with butter and double cream, which is what, probably 2 grams of carbohydrate tops in that. And then I think then I'm also going to stick on what I'm going to have for lunch. Now normally I would have eaten a little bit earlier than this, but today I've been working, so you just lose track of time when you're absorbed in the work. So I'm going to have my 2 meals quite close together today. Right, let's get cracking. Right then, so 3 eggs. Good dash of double cream. Nice big chunk of butter. Okay, so all I'm going to do with this now is microwave it for 90 seconds and then stir it once the butter's melted. Give it another 90 seconds and then we'll have something to eat. Okay, here we go. Scrambled eggs, plenty of butter, double cream, and served with white pepper. Okay, that's my breakfast done. Now I'm going to stick my lunch stroke tea in the oven. I will, sometimes I'll use a recipe from a cookbook. One of the reasons I love keto is there are just so many recipes. There's a recipe for just about anything you can think of. You know, they use alternative ingredients, and quite often the recipes are tastier than the original thing you're trying to emulate. So sometimes I'll use a recipe book, sometimes you build up a store cupboard of keto friendly ingredients, and so you can play around with swapping out non-keto friendly ingredients with keto friendly ingredients from traditional recipes. Today it's one, I couldn't tell you where the recipe came from now. I've been using it for so long. I'm going to do chicken wrapped in bacon with salad. But let me just quickly show you a cookbook. This isn't a plug for these people, no kickback, this is just because it's a good cookbook. Megan Ellum, Australian, and I've got a number of her cookbooks. A lot of them are from shipping from Australia to the UK is expensive, so most of them I've got are in PDF form. But she just does some fantastic recipes. So let me just pick out something. Beef chili pots. What else we got? Look for a well-thumbed page. Plenty of them in this book. What else we show you? Pudding section's always well thumbed in my books. What about spiced rhubarb and ginger crumble? Flourless chocolate layer cake. Sticky ginger nut bread. And it goes on. So I say there's all sorts of recipes, but I'm just doing, need to get back to work, so it's got to be something quick and simple today. It doesn't get much more simple than chicken wrapped in bacon. So all it is you get a chicken breast, a nice big chunk of cheddar cheese, wrap the chicken breast around the cheese, and then wrap it all up in bacon. I'm using streaky bacon today. So I'll wrap one up, and you can see it as it's about to go in the oven. Okay, here you go. I'm only going to eat one of these, but I've made two, so I've got one for tomorrow as well. So I'm just going to stick that in the oven for 90 minutes. Okay, chicken wrapped in bacon. The best bits are the crispy bits of cheese from the bottom of the pan. Don't miss them. Cheese impregnated with bacon. Okay, so one of those on my plate. Get a bit of the cheese. No, you can't have any Bentley. Okay, and then some salad to go with it. So, salad, let's start with vinaigrette. 3 parts oil, 1 part wine vinegar, teaspoon of mustard, and yes, let's see, so hardly anything in that. Now, if some of you have got your macro calculator out and saying, "You got it a bit wrong," I'm a lazy, dirty keto sort of person. I've been on keto for what, 3 or 4 years now, and so it's got to be sustainable. I can't be bothered counting it all. All I count is carbs, and I'm not going to. As long as it keeps within my carb limit, it's fine by me. So, after my dinner, for instance, I'm going to pour myself a tall drink of some sugar-free pop, because I'm on keto for the rest of my life. It's got to be sustainable. If I'm cutting stuff out and not, eventually you would just get fed up. Might take a year, 5 years. Eventually you would get fed up. So it's got to be sustainable. So a little bit of what you fancy, as long as it fits within my carbs. So I've got my vinaigrette. I'm going to put some salad on a plate, so I've got some salad, a couple of tomatoes, So the salad is probably, what, all told, perhaps 7 or 8. So for the day I'm still, what, 10? Olives, a bit of cucumber, and to make the salad more interesting, you just pour a bit of vinaigrette over the top. Here we go. And there's my tea. And then we're going to pour ourselves a drink to go with it. So I'm currently off the booze. I'm having 6 months off. I thought I'd treat myself to a new liver. So this time of day, with my tea, I tend to have a glass of fizzy pop in place of it as a sort of sop. So today we've got sugar-free fiery ginger beer. Basically virtually no carbs in it at all. Of course some of you will be going, it's got the wrong type of sugar in it, it's got aspartame in it. I'm fine with aspartame. In moderation. If you drunk gallons of it, probably not so good. But 1 glass a day, I can't see a problem. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed following me through my day. I'm going to go and eat my tea. I'll see you all next time.